How can trains go uphill despite smooth metal wheels and rails? Although their weight and speed seem sufficient, these forces that are helpful on flat ground work against them uphill and reduce the grip of the wheels on the metal rails. This situation gets worse when it rains and the danger increases when the wheels start to spin. To solve this problem, a system called sandpit is used, which increases traction even on the steepest and wettest slopes. This system sprays sand in front of the wheels, increasing friction and allowing the wheels to hold on to the rails better, so the train can move forward more easily and safely. Follow to step into the world of endless knowledge. Have you ever wondered how a small anchor can keep a huge ship weighing tons steady? Contrary to what most people think, the anchor is not thrown to stop a ship, but to prevent the wind and waves from dragging the ship after it stops. The main function of the anchor is to keep the end of the chain on the seabed. However, what really keeps the ship in place is the weight of the chain that rubs against the seabed and settles on the bottom. Therefore, when the anchor is dropped, a large amount of chain is released. Thus, the length and weight of the chain helps keep the ship stable. Follow to step into the world of infinite information. While this tiny blob of glass is tough enough to withstand even a bullet, it is also too fragile to withstand even minor damage. So, how is this possible? This interesting object, known as a Dutch drop, is produced by dropping molten glass into cold water. In this process, while the outer surface cools and hardens rapidly, the inner part cools more slowly and remains hot, creating high compressive stress. In this way, the outer surface of the glass becomes very durable. However, a small blow to the tail of the drop releases all internal tension and bursts the glass drop. This delicately balanced structure causes the drop to be both extremely strong and extremely brittle. Follow to step into the world of endless knowledge. Do you know how large cities and colonies can build underground? You may have seen how interesting structures ant colonies create in videos on the internet of experiments performed by pouring hot metal into abandoned anthills. However, these scientists poured 10 tons of cement into an old abandoned anthill they found to see its full size. Once the cement dried and the cleaning process was completed, the nest was completely revealed. This nest revealed an enormous ant kingdom, complete with roads, storage areas and mushroom gardens large enough to house 1 billion ants. One day, while running away from enemy soldiers, Napoleon enters a grocery store. He immediately orders the grocer to hide him. The grocer recognizes Napoleon and hides him. He said to the enemy soldiers coming from behind, "I saw a man running towards here." 5 minutes after the enemy soldiers leave, Napoleon's guards arrive. The grocer asks Napoleon, whom he will never meet again in his life, "Sir, I would like to ask you something out of my place." When he asks how it feels to be face to face with death, Napoleon says, "You rude bastard, who are you to ask such a question to the person who makes the world tremble," and orders the guards to kneel this guy and shoot him. They blindfold the grocer. While counting 3, 2, 1, while thinking inside the grocery store, "Look what I did, I'm going to die now," a hand reaches out and removes the blindfold. Napoleon is the one who opened the vineyard. "And that's what it feels like," he says. Meet the richest person in history, Musa. He is called the richest person who ever lived. Imagine such a huge fortune that today's rich people like Elon Musk can ask him for pocket money. This 14th century emperor was literally sitting on a gold mine. His country was the beating heart of the global gold trade, holding more than half the world's gold mines. When Moses decided to go on a pilgrimage to Mecca, he didn't bring just one suitcase. He moved with a caravan filled with enormous amounts of gold and other riches. He distributed so much free gold wherever he passed that it caused inflation in every city he passed through. It reduced the value of gold. Moses made his mark in history by redefining the concept of wealth. Have you ever heard of cleaner fish, one of the most interesting creatures of the sea? These fish provide a unique service by removing parasites and dead tissue from larger fish. In fact, apart from other fish, there may also be humans among its customers. As you can see, they can perform root canal treatment on your teeth free of charge without anesthesia. These fish set up cleaning stations around their clients and perform dances that indicate their role while cleaning. Cleaner fish are found mostly in tropical oceans, especially coral reefs. Some species of fish mimic the appearance of cleaner fish to deceive customer fish. For example, the toothed blenny mimics the cleaner fish but bites off chunks of flesh instead of cleaning it.